Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 and round 3 of our 2026 season update playthrough. It's time for Japan as we continue to try and rescue the sort of disastrous start for Aston. Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome to our stream for tonight. It's round 3 of season 1, the 2026 Suzuka Grand Prix in Japan, and we have a new part on our car tonight. We have a new underfloor which will give us a little bit of extra downforce and not much else. It's still not a great car. It's still massively off the pace. We weren't looking too bad in Melbourne. But oh my word, were we slow yesterday in China. Super slow. And while we rescued a respectable finish in the sprint, we were way off the pace in the Grand Prix. So I am a little worried about where we're going to be tonight. But we do have our new underfloor on. We don't have a lot of cash left at the moment. We've got 645,000. So we need to get a little bit of cash out of our drivers tonight, ideally. And on top of that, we do have a little bit of money coming from our sponsors soon. In 1.5 weeks or so. Just under 2 weeks until we get some cash from the sponsors. So that will be very, very nice because we desperately need it. We need to really start pumping in money into the car and really try and get those expertise levels up. Get the performance of the car up, and then just keep building and building and building. We're probably not going to do a lot of smaller parts. We're probably going to keep going intense all the way through the year where we can. The wings might be the exception because the wings are very expensive, but things like chassis, side pods, underfloor, suspensions, 3 mil each on an intense build, and every time we go with that, it should theoretically add extra expertise for the next part, and if we keep doing that, the cumulative effect should hopefully catch us up pretty quick. And we do have good facilities as well, which will help, but then so do most of the other teams, so we'll see how that goes. Evening Dino, evening Harvey, evening Wayne, good to see you guys. Hello to everyone else who's lurking in the chat. As always, please feel free to say hello, and if you've got any questions, ask away. We'll do what we can to answer those for you. So let's take a quick gander then, shall we, at the current situation. There you can see Mercedes flying high at the moment, picked up a whopping 51 points in Shanghai. Red Bull in second on 57. And then we have McLaren moving ahead of Ferrari. They're on 42 points, Ferrari on 34. Then a big gap back to Haas. Then Sauber, RB, Alpine got off the mark in Melbourne, but didn't pick any points up yesterday. Williams yet to score, and then there's us and Cadillac at the very, very back. And our best finish so far has been a P18 finish in Melbourne. So if Cadillac get a P17 or higher, then they will move ahead of us unless we can start getting a higher grid finish. So we desperately need that. As far as the driver standings go, very close at the top, as you can see, just 2 points between George and Kimi. Then Max in third is only 7 points behind George. He's pretty close. We've got Oscar on 28 points, Charles Leclerc on 27. Hamilton's had a horrible start to the season. He's retired from both the opening 2 Grand Prix, although he did pick up second place in the sprint last night. Let's see if his luck changes a little bit tonight. Has looked very quick, just unlucky, crashed in Melbourne and then was taken out last night in the Grand Prix. Yeah, needs a little bit of luck at the moment to get his season going. Bortoletto in 10th with Lawson in 11th, and then Ollie Behrman has got his first point of the season. That's the drivers who have scored, and then all the drivers who haven't. Let's see if we can move a little bit closer up that list. We're not going to get on the list of point scorers anytime soon. But if we can get a little bit closer to the top 10, that would be nice. Targets for tonight, we are going to be a little bit more conservative. I'm going to go 20th for Fernando and 21st for Stroll. Last night we went 18th with Fernando and we missed out by one position because we finished in 19th and couldn't quite get 18th at the end. So hopefully 20th is still going to be achievable with Alonso, but will give us some money. We'll see how that goes. Let's head to Suzuka.
Konnichiwa from the Suzuka circuit in Japan. This unique track is a favourite home for motorsports, and it welcomes us back this weekend. Get ready for exhilaration and speed with the Japanese Grand Prix.
In the Constructors' title battle, it's Mercedes who are currently leading. And coming into round 4, there are plenty of teams who want to change that.
And with that, I think it's time to get started.
Technically round 3. It's using the scripted audio. So, we've got a very wet Friday and Saturday. Saturday in particular, heavy rain could make qualifying interesting. Maybe we might see another shock elimination. Norris has so far failed to get out of Q1 in the last 2 Grand Prix. So let's see if he can actually break that curse today, or if he's going to make it 3 in a row. And could we maybe sneak Alonso through into the top 16? That would be quite nice. And then it'll be dry for the Grand Prix. Let's take a quick overview of the car part situation. As you can see, Stroll's car looking a little bit more worn out because he had that crash. Alonso's car also looking a little worn out, but after just 2 weekends, but still everything's on its first part, still viable like this. Let's go ahead and put in. I think Suzuka's only about 17 laps normally, and it's wet, so we'll go with 17 laps. We'll leave it like that because we're no doubt going to call them in. Evening, Micon. How are you today? Let's do Lance Stroll as well. There we go, and change his settings. And we're going to go with 2 similar setups tonight. Not identical, but not the same either. So we're going to start with a 7 on the front wing. We'll go with a 13 on the rear. We may possibly have to go up to a 13.5 because our downforce is terrible. But we'll see. We'll go with a 6.4. And then we're going to go just past midway on this one. I think we'll go 3.25. Suzuka is almost always a 0 on the toe. So we'll go with a 0 there. And Alonso will go slightly different. We'll go with a 7.5 on the front. Again, we'll go with a 13. We'll leave that on a 5.5 this time. And then we'll go a little bit further up on that. An extra 0.10. And then, again, we're going to drop that to a 0. I don't know what the weather's going to be like, but it should be inters all the way through, I would imagine. Going to be interesting to see what tyres get taken away from us if it's all wet.
That should be the green light.
Look, it is going to be all wet, so might jump out for a couple of laps or a lap just on one set of dry tyres just to make sure we don't give away all of our softs going into the Grand Prix weekend. But let's get them on track. Evening, Luke.
Radio check, okay? Radio check.
Started slightly later than normal tonight because I was doing
Radio
some modding stuff.
Yep.
Learning how to do
Loud and clear.
a few bits and bobs earlier today. And then I needed to have something to eat before we started streaming, which is why I pushed it back 15 minutes. But now that I've got the basics down, I'm going to be cracking on with a load of bits in the background over the next few days. And hopefully it'll all look pretty good. It's going to be, it's part of a longer term idea that I have that I'm not really ready to talk about yet. But it is hopefully going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's put them onto avoid curbs. There we go.
Okay, copy.
Stay off the curb, it unsettles the car.
So we've got Camara and Beganovic out for Ferrari today. I can never remember who DPA is. Let's have a look. DePalo. Nicholas Solov is in the car for Red Bull. Gasly has that penalty for taking out Hamilton. Rovan Perez back in the car again today. As is Felber Meyer. She had a run out last night as well. And that looks to be it for the rookies. Yeah, that's it for the rookies. But both Ferrari Juniors getting a run today. Right, let's speed things up a bit.
Tire temp.
Oh, let me know if you can hear this as well. I want to see if you can hear this. I'm going to press a button on my Steam Deck, and then I'll ask a question in a second if you hear it or not. Right, did you hear that little sound bite? I'm going to guess no. Right, it's a radio message, so I'll play it again. And you should hear it about now. So, any joy? I don't know if what I've programmed in actually works or not. This is why I'm just curious. You didn't hear it, okay. That was going to be my fear. Right, let me try this instead.
GP2, engine. GP2. Ah!
You hear it that time? I hope you did. 'Cause it was specifically I specifically put it on my soundboard for this event. right, I've got some first bit of feedback. It is a good,
Yeah, nothing really to say.
well, sorry, a great rating, which means it could be pretty good, could be okay. It is 85%. That's not too bad, but that to me suggests a wing, possibly the rear wing, and also something like the roll bar is going to need to change. I think it's two big changes we're going to need to make.
Tire temps stabilized or not yet?
Let's leave him out there for a little bit longer, and let's see what Stroll thinks of his car.
Pressure temperature stabilizing.
About the same.
Okay, feedback.
Feeling
Yeah,
much
we'll
better
let them
now.
finish their run.
Yep, understood, noted.
Alright, they're in. Let's have a look. So, yeah, the rear wing does need to change. I'm going to go to a 13.5. I just think we might need that extra downforce. And then everything else has got not bad little gaps. We'll try that. Actually, no. Let me push that out to a 6.4 and bring that in a bit more. There we go. Because it is a big gap that we need to find. Let's do that. And let's have a look at Stroll. Ooh, okay. Now, is that going to go up or is it going to go down? Could go either way, really. Let's try going up. Let's take that up to a 3.4. That moves about the right amount in the opposite direction. That's a nice little amount. That's a nice little amount. We'll try that. See if that works. And then we'll send them back out again. Give it a Nexus.
Tire temps.
How are the tires?
All right, I'm going to try the the soundbite again. Here we go, pressing the button now.
GP2 engine. GP2. Ah!
Did you hear Fernando complaining? 'Cause if that didn't work, I don't know what will. I figured it was appropriate to, put that on the stream deck for tonight's Grand Prix, given where we are. Unfortunately, the audio file I'm using isn't the greatest quality, but it's so hard to find any clip, any audio clip that doesn't have TikTok sound effects or music over the top of it.
Yeah.
Ah, we made the car worse, so that must be a 12.5 on the rear wing then. Wow, I'm surprised at that. Very surprised at that.
Okay.
Might have gone the wrong way on that toe as well. Not the toe, sorry, the roll bar. Maybe I should have left that where it was, or even gone in the opposite direction. I don't think I should have gone the opposite way. But we'll see when we get back to the garage exactly what's gone wrong. Wing's got to be a 12.5. Ooh, Antonelli, has he damaged his underfloor? Or is that leftover engine damage from the previous Grand Prix? Ah, it's engine damage left over. Into the triangle.
Pit lane entry. Copy.
And now into the pits. Let's see then just where we went wrong. Alright, we've got feedback from Stroll. Can I catch him before he boxes? Or
Yeah,
goes
good
past the
job.
pit lane? Yes, I can. Nice.
Yeah, copy that.
Wow. Okay. So we've got really clear instruction on where everything needs to be now. So that needs to be there. That needs to go back that way. And potentially even that way. That needs to come up to about there. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. That might be it. That might be the car in perfect position. We will try that in the next session. And in comes Stroll.
Yeah.
Alright, so that does need to stay on a 5.5, which means that's got to go up at least, I think, to there. That fixes that, but it also potentially fixes that and that. Doesn't affect either of the wings, so that could also be spot on. And again, we'll find out in FP2. Once again, we are seeing one of the Mercedes very, very quick compared to the other one, but this time it's Antonelli instead of George. Might just be that he set his time when the track was drier, and George set his when it was wetter, but we'll keep an eye on that. Right, moving on to FP2. We'll take a quick break and then get the next practice session underway. Well, that's new. I've not seen an advert pop underneath the actual feed like that before. Or side by side on desktop. That's very strange. Okay. It's kind of cool. That way you're not actually going to miss anything if we pop an ad break in. I'm guessing that's a relatively new feature. I've never seen that before. Right. That's kind of thrown me a little bit now. There we go. We're into the start of the session with dry tyres. Good. So that means we can get the hards cleared off. There we go. And driving options. There we go.
Okay, green light, green light. And try and get some brake temp before you start the push.
Yep.
Copy.
Once again, we will do our avoid high-risk curbs. And let's speed them up and see if those changes will deliver us 100% setups. I am feeling relatively confident. Yeah, home race for Honda tonight. It's not going to be a good one.
Rain's getting close.
Yeah. That's spitting.
Okay.
Made a mistake.
Surprise, surprise.
Now this one involves Stroll. Just a bit too wide at that point, and they'll find themselves at a
Barely.
disadvantage if they keep on doing that.
We're only at 3 of 5. We still need to stick it out a little bit longer. Here's the weather actually going to do for the rest of the session. That's 4. $97. Ah, so close. Just missed it. But we will call Fernando in. There we go. Just going to wait a little bit longer for Stroll. He's no doubt going to be very slow in these conditions. Well, I say very slow in these conditions. Much slower than he normally is. Because he's not normally that quick to begin with. Interestingly enough, Hulkenberg is the only car out on track at the moment, actually with Inters. Everyone else is on the track at the moment is still on their dry tyres, same as us. So Hulkenberg must be loving life at the moment. He'll be absolutely flying compared to everyone else.
Books.
Let's watch him whiz up to and past
Copy.
the cars in front. Aren't I saving some aero parts? No, we're not running anything that isn't, maximum available. I think I've got the new underfloor on. I'm pretty sure we put that on last night before we finished. We won't have a spare, but as long as no one does something stupid, that won't be an issue. It's like, is that Gasly? Or is that Colapinto? It's Colapinto. Looks like Colapinto tried to squeeze Hulkenberg there. Ironically, at the very same corner where he tried to squeeze Behrman at the Real Grand Prix. Let's see. It's the front wing that's just off. Maybe it's a touch too much. Let's drop that down to a 7 and push that up to a 3.5, sorry. I think that's it. Still waiting on Stroll to give me his little bit of feedback.
Anything we can help you with?
I'm happy.
Yeah,
I realised I actually downloaded the updated 2026 reg today because I completely forgot, but then that I was using the wrong one. I am using 4.1.4, but with the 2026 module for it. But then I completely forgot to actually swap them over. So I tell you what, I'll do that at the end of practice. I'll actually put the correct one on because I completely forgot that we were running the wrong one. Right, what's my feedback at? Hey, there we go. Stroll is done. Happy, happy, happy. Oh, I didn't come into the garage. I thought I called him in. Send Alonso out just to confirm his setup. Yeah, I was trawling through Overtake this morning, and then I realised I think I'm running the wrong version of Overtake. Not of Overtake. I run the wrong version of Realistic Racing. So, yeah, I downloaded the correct version, but then forgot to reinstall it. Been a little distracted, with other things today. file all prepped. I am going to need to close the game down to drop that in, because I have to change out the binary. So that'll be a quick job. It won't take long. We're back to dry running. And there we go. Fernando is at 100%. Lovely. So. Oh, shit. Didn't need to do that. I need to put him on a set of medium tyres and send him out for one lap. Evening, Johnny.
Just get some brake temp here.
Yep.
And there we go. So, we don't need to run in FP3, so we won't. But we've now used up a set of mediums and a set of hards. So we'll have 2 sets of mediums, a set of hards, and our usual 3 sets of softs going into qualifying. It shouldn't do. It shouldn't do, Mugu. But if it does feel a bit weird, we can always go back onto the other one again. Alright, there we go. So, practice is done. I'm going to pop the display so I can close down the game. There we go. So, what I need to do here is I need to open up the shortcut to packs and go into my 2026 mod files. And then we need to take out the 4.1.4 beta, which we were using the 26 files that were available in that. I don't think there's that much difference. I think there may be just a couple of minor little tweaks, but let's remove... Oh, hang on, that's still running in the background, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. Right, so let's remove the old version. And let's now take... There we go. And then from in here, I don't need that anymore. From in here, I've already removed the basic version. I've removed the epic version from advanced. And then we've got the packs, which are just going to sit here. And then I need to change out the binary. So from here, I'm going to grab that. There we go. And I've got a shortcut to the binaries. Go. Drop that in and paste that over the top of the existing binary. There we go. So that changes the exe file. And then let's get rid of that. And then let's just tidy this up a little bit. So we'll bring those up a couple of layers. And just paste them there. And then everything in there can disappear. And now I've got the advanced version. And then you open the advanced folder and there you go straight into those. So, good stuff. Let me open this up. Let me just unpin that. It's going to ask me to run it. There we go. And we are back. Evening, Harvey. Monaco this weekend? Yes, indeed. Could be a good one for Ferrari. Be nice to see them pick up a win this season. Alright, I do remember when we did the initial test that they were very slow coming out the pits. I wonder if that's still a thing. So we do not need to run because we are fully prepped and ready. But we will keep an eye on other cars coming out of the garage.
Okay, should be green.
You know, the easiest thing to do to test this is just going to be to send one out for a lap. Let's do that. I hadn't seen it initially, and then Nexus pointed it out to me. Yeah, that looks better. We'll have to wait for a pit stop as well. Nexus mentioned it to me, and then I saw the races video about it while I was eating my dinner before the stream.
Yeah, all good. Okay.
Yeah, the 7-year contract Leclerc has at the start of the 2026 season in this database is a bit excessive, given that it was supposed to run out in 2029, but now it's going to extend into the 2030s. My guess is it will probably go to 2031 or maybe 2030. It might just be one extra year. But I would imagine it will go to 2031 with maybe an option clause in that final year, depending on when the new engine regs come out. See how heavy the rain's going to get, because this is, well, we had heavy rain forecasts. I mean, we're getting it right now, although it's not that heavy. It might be dry for quali. That might be it for the heavy rain that we had on the forecast for Saturday. So there is something I can do while I'm here. I can check whether I'm running the right underfloor. Yeah, Mark II underfloor. There we go. That's what I needed to see. Shame that we can't use licensed musics. Yeah, we have to give up the podium music. We have to give up the intro music. We have to give up the intro video as well, for that matter. Because if I run the whole thing, it usually gets hit with a content claim from F1 itself. But also, I mean, there's classic other F1 themes that we could use, like The Chain, for example. You know, the old BBC intro music, which Channel 4 used for a couple of years before they use what they use now. Uh, 15 minutes left in the session. The track is now drying up. We might get to see a little indicator of actual pace now. So Max is quick, Leclerc very quick actually on the hard tyres. Do we have a Mercedes out there? No, not at the moment. Let's find Max. Still no sign of Russell or Antonelli or Hamilton. We've got Behrman out by the look of it. And Ocon. They're both on track right now. Hülkenberg and Bortoleto both on track. We've got one of the McLarens. That'll be Norris. One of the RBs. That'll be Lawson. Perez. There we go, top. And that is it for practice. So, the big question is, was that it for the big wet water for Saturday? Is qualifying actually going to be dry? Let's find out, shall we?
Now it's time to see who'll come out on top as qualifying gets underway.
Suzuka is a notorious circuit both for its unpredictable weather and the difficulty of closely following other cars. Making the right call on when to head out to avoid traffic and dirty air can make all the difference here.
Here's Fernando Alonso. Big question, how have things been for him heading into this qualifying session?
Now this is a driver with confidence, and that's clear from their performance
Let's
today.
pull wets on the car. That's
Will
not a
that
good sign.
confidence pay off? We'll have to wait and see.
So don't go anywhere, folks. It's nearly time for
No,
qualifying.
that's very wet. All right. 4.41 mil on the track. It's going to start very, very wet. That's actually probably a good sign, thinking about it, because we're terrible in the dry compared to everyone else. In the wet, who knows? We might get lucky. All right. Let's see how we do. Let's see what's going to happen with the track water level as well. Is it going to get
Okay,
worse
green
or
light,
better?
green light.
It's going to stay steady, and then it's going to go to inters. So let's get out there and do a lap on the full wets.
Radio check.
What mods am I using? Oh, I forgot to
Yeah,
update the mod
that was
list
clear.
on the
Loud and clear.
thing, didn't I? Give me a moment, and I can quickly knock that together, and then add that to the description. Time for Stroll to become prime centre. Well, it depends what type of centre you're talking about, given the circuit we're at. You know, you could argue that prime centre is taking out Prost at turn 1 off the line. Right, pull this mod list together.
Clear ahead.
Evening, Chad.
Charge off and mode push.
Tire temps stabilized or not yet?
All right, 145.6 for Stroll, and Alonso is 2/10 quicker. That's about right. Let's see how anyone else does. The track is drying up.
Copy.
We are going to be going on to Inters pretty soon. There we go. The track has changed to Inter conditions. What else do we need?
Boxing.
Just come in slow.
Copy.
Fill in. Copy.
Now I need to quickly find some links on overtake. Alright, so which ones do I need to find? Trophy pack. There we go. Moe. Mod and realistic racing. Okay. That link and paste that there. All right. Copy. Let me open up YouTube Studio. Add to video description, paste, save. Okay, there we go. For the first time, I can actually say down below in the video description. That's where all the mods are linked. Now I'm going to very quickly paste those into the last 2 streams as well. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, the mod list is now in all 3 streams, this one and the last 2 as well. That will give you links to the 8 sort of packs that you'll need to get from Overtake. One is a paid DLC pack that I'm using, which is the face pack from Mr. Rowley's Patreon. But that's not a necessary one. You know, it's just... I already had it, so I thought I'd throw that one in. So we have a head for Behrman, Colapinto, Hadjar, Lindblad, I'm trying to think, Bortoletto, and who's the other one? Antonelli. There we go. Right, let's change the tyres over. Let's go with a brand new set of Inters. How long do we have left? 7 minutes. Normally we couldn't do this, but I'm going to try this and see if this actually works. Here, I'm going to go with 2 flying laps with a cooldown lap, because before we would never be able to build the battery back up enough. But maybe with this DRC, it'll be with the way the battery works this time, it'll be a little bit different. Maybe it will actually work, and we'll have enough battery for the second lap. A lap of harvesting.
Copy.
Okay, just get a little brake temp.
Yeah.
You have some interesting news. Is this public or private news? Private news. I do wonder if I've maybe gone just a touch too early. I think we'll be fine. Okay, let's go.
Good gap ahead. Go to mode push, mode push.
I'll give it time. You never know. track is going to dry up quite a lot. See, it's already starting to dry up again now. And it's going to dip down. I think we might have timed this just about perfectly, actually, for the 2-lap run. Alonso 6/10 quicker than Stroll in the opening sector. Alonso up to P15. And we're going to slot in between an Alpine and an Alpine. Stroll improved, but still bottom. 8/10 behind Lawson. Oh my God, Stroll. So where's Norris? Yeah, he should be safe, but I mean, if he makes a mistake, all bets are off. Alright, let's start our final push lap. Can we possibly make it out of Q1?
Copy.
The tire temps are still looking good for our side, so it's still okay. Clear ahead.
Look how fast Russell is. Oh my God, 34.9. Yeah, the end of the lap could get a bit funky. There could be some blue flag shenanigans. Although I think that was more down to the blue flag yield distance module of the previous version of Realistic Racing, which we weren't actually running at all. We were literally just running the 2026 reg. So I don't know if that increased yield distance is actually part of the new version of Realistic Racing for the 2026 regs on either this version or the one we were running earlier. So it might not be an issue at all. Or at least it might not be as big an issue. Despite that mighty opening sector, Russell was not good in the middle sector. He's down to third. Max got ahead of him. Norris has gone top. So Norris definitely getting through. Alonso's lap is a second down on Gasly, but you wouldn't think so looking at the distance. Stroll's lap is as bad as always. So down to 7th now. Can we sneak through? No! Of course we can't. But we have beaten... Well, actually, we haven't yet. Bottas gets ahead of me. And what about Perez? Perez is not able to get ahead of me. And Stroll gets within 4 tenths. Well, 3.5 tenths of Perez. But Eliminated here at the end of Q1 is Carlos Sainz, Valtteri Bottas, Liam Lawson, Fernando Alonso, Checo Perez, and Lance Stroll. I was hopeful we might be able to sneak Alonso into Q2. Never mind. Let's see then who sticks it on pole. And a reminder, we have a penalty for Gasly. Anyone else? No, just Gasly. Right, let's see who sticks it on pole. It is Kimi, ahead of George. Then Hadjar in third. Piastri fourth. Hamilton and Leclerc fifth and sixth. Max in seventh. Gasly will start in 11th place with Lando Norris 8th, Ocon 9th, Colapinto in 10th, then Gasly, then Behrman, Bortoletto, Albon, Hulkenberg, and Lindblad. And then it'll be Sainz, Bottas, Lawson, Alonso, Perez, and Stroll. Or at least that should be the grid. Let's find out if I'm right.
It won't be long before we get underway here in Japan with 53 figure-of-8 laps around this historic circuit.
Anything can happen at Suzuka, as Kimi Raikkonen proved in 2005. The Finn battled all the way from 17th to win. Will we see a similar show of will and talent today, I wonder?
Suzuka is a high-speed, high-downforce circuit with unpredictable weather. Drivers need to have total trust in their cars to make the most of this challenging figure-of-8 lap. It's race day with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
So let's take a look at that amended grids. It is as I thought it would be. Yeah, Gasly down to 11th. No other changes. So let's have a look. It's going to be dry all the way through. I think I'm going to go soft, medium. Although I might potentially go soft, medium. Let's see if that's quicker. 1912. Ooh, no. But yeah, no, it's going to be better to go soft, medium, isn't it? Might have to go soft, medium for Stroll. His tyre wear is not as good as Fernando's. But that looks pretty good. There we go. If we go with that, we've got a tiny bit of leeway at the end of each stint. Let's have a look at Stroll. And you know what? I think I can manage it with him as well. Yeah, let's do that. Although I will check actually to see whether or not that is better for him. And the answer is no. Okay. Right, fuel. Let's see. We've got 53 laps. It is 1.3 kilos a lap. Definitely revised. It used to be just under 2 kilos a lap with the previous engines. So it's interesting. I'm going to take just the one lap out. We will go hard off the line. There we go. All right, there we go. We're all prepped and ready. The start of the Japanese Grand Prix is next.
The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement.
Well, they're in P7, so not necessarily where they'd like to be. Could be a challenge, all right.
This should certainly be a good one,
Really
folks.
don't like that number font on the Red Bulls.
Get ready. It's the Japanese Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
Let's see what we can do then. We're away off the line. Stroll gets past Perez. Alonso stuck on the inside at the moment. No way through. Perez is going to try and get back ahead. Can Stroll shut him down? Not yet. So we are making our way through the S's. Oh, somebody taking to the grass there. That is Arvid Lindblad. And there we go. We have finally shut down Checo.
Good job.
Let's see if we can hear a happy Stroll.
Yes!
We have a happy Stroll. Don't know how long that'll last, but we have a happy Stroll. Evening, Daniel. Realistic again, Audi struggling. Well, I mean, say they're struggling. I mean, they're there or thereabouts with Williams. Yeah, it's RB that I'm surprised at. I thought they'd be a little bit higher up than they are at the moment. They haven't looked particularly quick at all this season yet.
Copy.
Antonelli leads at the end of the first lap from George Russell. Hadjar in third. Then it's Hamilton, Piastri, Leclerc, Norris, Verstappen, Ocon, Gasly. Colapinto in 11th is the only other driver along with Ocon who's on mediums. Everyone else is on softs. Then it's Behrman, Albon, Bortoletto, Hulkenberg, Sainz, Lindblad, Lawson, Bottas, Alonso, Stroll and Perez. Perez is already putting Stroll under a lot of pressure again.
Copy.
At least we have somebody to kind of race in Cadillac. It would be really depressing if we were just this slow and everybody else was much quicker than us. At least we have a team that is around our kind of pace level, maybe slightly quicker than us. And RB's not that much better than us at the moment either. Oh, Russell into the lead. Antonelli goes back around the outside through 130R. That's brave. Good lad. Deputy Kimi is reaffirming his mission. And we've got a yellow flag. Is that a lock-up for somebody? Oh, it's a spin. It was a spin for Leclerc, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Charles Leclerc. Whoopsie daisy.
Hi, you know.
Oh, we've had a crash as well.
And now
Oh
we've had a
no!
crash.
We're involved. Don't tell me my drivers have hit each other. Oh, what there? What happened there? Jesus! Oh, fucking Stroll hit us. Alonso just about swerving to avoid somebody, and then Lance
box?
Stroll paying zero
We're
attention.
checking everything now.
Plowed straight into the back of Fernando. God damn it.
Let me know. Check, Alan.
So we got front wing damage to Fernando. Sorry, to Lance. Hamilton's now got a fault. It's all going wrong for everybody at the moment
Looks
here.
like they're carrying some kind of fault.
Let's take a look at Alonso's car. That rear wing damage is a glitch on Stroll's car, but front wing damage isn't. What's the damage? Is it? Oh my god. 3 parts with minor damage. Thank you so much for that, Stroll. Oh, God. Well, this race was already going to be a difficult one. Now it's going to be impossible without a retirement to get to get our cars home in 20th and 21st. I'm going to keep Stroll out there for his first stop if I can. Depends if he can hold off Perez. No, he can't.
We're just too slow.
Yeah, why is that?
No problem.
Why is that, Stroll? Why are we too slow? Is it because you've just broken your chassis and your front wing and Fernando's chassis and his suspension and his rear wing? Is that why we're slow? Oh, dick. Ooh. Senior message next. Ooh. Much we can do now in this race apart from keep our fingers crossed.
Copy.
Add lift and coast to
Albon
turn
gets
1.
ahead of Hulkenberg.
Confirm.
No way back through. Stroll's on medium aggression. I shouldn't have to tell him, you know, do not try and overtake anybody. I mean, I think that comes down more to control than anything else. I mean, it's because of that spin. Leclerc had that spin at the triangle that held everybody up for a few seconds. So everyone behind him just came to a complete standstill. Alonso had to make a last-minute adjustment to avoid hitting the back of Lawson, I think. And then he got punted from behind by Stroll, who clearly was not paying any attention whatsoever. Just like he did against Ricciardo in China. But yeah, Alonso's pace has been absolutely... Any pace we might have had been crippled now with all that damage. Yellow flag. Hadjar with a lockup.
So this is what
Valtteri
happened.
absolutely goes
Now we
flying
see
past
this
it. No,
was at
Perez,
turn
sorry.
15. The wheels just lock up there. Now they did leave it very late.
That could have been a lot worse for him. He got going pretty quickly. Only lost the one place.
Copy.
Right, we're at turn 14 here. It's certainly inviting.
Look at that pace. It's a battery overtake if ever there
That
was one.
sees them climb up into 20th.
Oh shit, yeah, I didn't even see Alonso's tyres. Oh, no wonder. Oh, great. Okay. So I'm going to have to change Alonso's strategy. Oh my god, look at that. Eesh. Good shout on that one, Mike. I had not noticed that at all. That would also go a little way to explaining why we were such an easy target there for Perez, and why our pace has dropped off quite so spectacularly as well. We've got enough grit left for one more lap.
Okay, box.
The Mercedes drivers, then nose to tail again, sprinting away from the rest of the pack. Here comes George, having a look. Don't think he's close enough for this time. Nope, he shuts the door on him. Will George have a look into the triangle? So close. It's just a lock-up away from utter disaster there. Okay, Phoebe.
Charge on.
Yep. Copy. Pit lane entry.
Not even a quick stop either, 2.9 seconds. Ugh. So it's going to be a very difficult race now for Fernando. don't know if the battery's working properly. I seem to be something a little wrong because we're constantly drained on battery. I don't know, I'll keep an eye on it. The counters aren't working properly either. Something's not right. Yeah, something is wrong with it. We might get a little bit of a... We might get a bit of a reprieve here, because that's not working properly. Stroll hasn't been pushing the battery, and yet he's been at 0 battery across the line pretty much for the last few laps, so that shouldn't be the case. I'm not quite sure what is not working with this, but I'm going to take it off. I'm going to close the game down. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to put the older version back on. Because, yeah, I mean, it's not working properly. And we've seen that by the counters as well. The counters reset before we even hit 130R. So something's not right. Maybe it is because we did it mid-race weekend. I don't know. But let's close it down. Let's... actually, no, I need that file, don't I? There we go. So let's find my downloads folder. Let's find... Where is it? Realistic Racing. That's not there. Okay. Let me... find Realistic Racing. It says to use the 2026 mod with the 2026 season. Oh, yeah, because 4.1.6 took away. So do I still have 4.1.4? Yeah, there it is. Because this one still did have what we needed. I don't know why I just copied 111 items there, but... Alright, so... we need other. We need modular... Nope, not modular, sorry, 2026 regulation. Steam version. Contents. Packs. Let's just do the binary first. While we've got the binary folder open. Let's copy that. Paste that in over there. And then if I go to shortcut to packs. come in here. Let's get rid of realistic racing here. And let's grab the whole folder and paste that in. Yeah, there it is. So we want to get rid of that. We want to get rid of that. And get rid of that. We don't need that. We want to get rid of all of those. And we want to get rid of that and that. Into contents, packs. Let's take those. And in there, and then paste them in there. Just get rid of that folder. There we go. Right, so we'll be back to the same performance we had before we switched it over, which will be the practice performance and what we've had from the last couple. All right, let's catch up with the chat while I've been doing that. Phoebe's been lurking for a while. Somewhat curious if I've already have plans for next season's driver lineups. I'm not going to be making any changes. I'm just going to let the AI do its thing. I mean, in terms of our driver lineup, I am going to be replacing Stroll. Alonso still is under contract for another couple of seasons, I think, whereas Stroll's out of contract at the end of the year, and I will be replacing him. But I'm not sure with who yet. We've got a couple of drivers that we're scouting and keeping an eye on, but nothing concrete yet. Right, take a lap off. We should see better battery management this time round.
Well, it's great to have you with us, folks, as we settle in for the weekend's Grand Prix action. The drivers are warmed up, they're ready to go here at the Japanese Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
Perez gets a better start this time. Alonso is not having any of it. Perez sneaking up the inside.
Keep digging.
Oh, and there goes Perez.
It's a yellow on the pit straight.
It's not a pit straight. Not even a straight, it's a corner. Well, I suppose it's a very, very small straight.
Yeah.
The team glued to the monitors and watching their hopes crumble away.
Alright, so I'm going to approach this exactly the same way as we did
DRS enabled.
last time round. So turn the battery down and the tyres down
Okay, Alonso
after the
ahead.
first lap, like that. And then we'll run that to about 1.8, like last time.
Perez behind.
And both of our cars have picked up Lawson.
Just hold back a little bit.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. Are we going to have a happy stroll again?
Oh, see that, man?
Oh man, he's so proud. He's so proud of himself, isn't he, for overtaking somebody into 20th place. That line there, you know what it reminds me of? Reminds me of the kid tugging at the parent's shirt going, you see that? Oh my god, you got to see this. It's so cool. It's so cool. Please come have a look at this. And it's the most inane, non-exciting thing ever. But to a kid, it's the most amazing thing ever. That's my boy. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll stick with this version of realistic racing again now. Back to what we were using for the first two races. We'll stick with that for the rest of this week, and then I'll do some testing with the other version over the weekend and see if I can figure out what's going on, because it just did not feel right at all. You know, even in full-on harvest mode, we were not gaining any battery at all. So, yeah, something's a bit wrong. Well, and there goes Lawson using his battery.
We'll just see what we can do. Perez is behind now.
Sometimes this game does have a way of making certain events repeat themselves as well, so we may yet see a spin from Leclerc at the Casio Triangle, and if he does, there's every chance Stroll might do something stupid yet again. I hope he doesn't, but I wouldn't put it past him. And you can see we've got our 12 megajoules and 5 megajoules here. Yeah, I'm burning the fuel to about 1.8 kilos under, just like we had the last time. So one more lap like this, and then we'll turn the fuel back down again. Antonelli's engine has taken a little bit of damage from that crash he had last weekend, but it's still, it's still an okay engine. So 56%, so it's not completely dead yet. but it was a fault that transferred into permanent damage on the engine. So, Leclerc gets past Hamilton. Behrman gets ahead of Ocon. Here comes Lawson having a look at the back of us.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get through the braking zone. Antonelli and Russell side by side. We're side by side with Lawson. We give him a squeeze. And we get the move done.
Copy.
More lifting coast, please.
Yep.
They're crossing the start of the lap with about what they were when I turned the battery off, whereas it was just continually, draining to zero, with nothing left at the start of the lap, even in harvest mode last time around. So I'm monitoring it. It should be running a bit better with the older version. Let's switch to Alonso. The battery doesn't just determine the boost, but it's also determining the engine itself. It's powering the engine itself.
Okay.
So we should be crossing the line with about 50% battery for Alonso. Yeah, it looks like he's slowly trickling back up a bit. Same for Stroll. And then as soon as they cross the lane, they start deploying again. But when we made that switch to the other version, they were crossing the line. They had no battery to use when they crossed the line, even if I was trying to harvest. The battery just wasn't recharging properly. Slipping away slightly from Valtteri.
Yeah, still okay.
They're kind of just treading water as far as the battery goes. If anything, we are losing 1% a lap like this. I don't think we're deploying enough to need to be able to activate the boost. I don't think we're close enough to be able to either car to use the boost in the first place, but I don't think that's the problem. Let's see what we are across the line this time, and then we'll stick them in harvest for a lap and see if that's made a change. It may just be something inherently weird with this particular circuit. Because, I mean, it all has to be sort of hand-tuned for every circuit. And there's no guarantee that it's going to be spot on. See what Fernando ends up with here. Yeah, he's losing battery. Right, that's weird. Maybe it wasn't an issue then. He is definitely losing battery. Let's see what happens
Copy.
if we put them into harvest for a lap.
Okay, charge on, charge on.
Okay. Come on, come on. Give me two, engine. Give me two.
Yeah, even 220R Stroll is still draining to 0. It might just be that we're not able to actually rebuild the battery at all. Unless we get a safety car. I know it's an energy poor circuit. But we should be able to, in harvest mode, we should be able to recover something. Because we shouldn't be deploying as much. There we go, we've actually clawed a little bit back. But it looks like harvest is working in the way that top-up would normally work for this circuit. But, I mean, we've been using top-up in the first two races, so, yeah, maybe it's just the circuit then, and not an inherent issue with the mod. Like I said, I'll do some testing over the weekend. We'll keep this mod on for the next couple of days, and then I'll do some testing at various different tracks over the weekend and see if there is a discrepancy between the two. Theoretically, I mean, I think it's the same files, maybe slightly tweaked, but we'll see. There we go. Stroll has actually not gone to 0. Right, Hamilton's struggling a little bit. We've got a few more on medium tyres, I've just noticed. We've got 5 cars on medium tyres this time, as opposed to just 2. Last time it was Ocon and who else? I can't remember who the other one was. But there are only 2 cars on mediums. Now we've got 5. Everyone else still on the soft, so no one on the hards. And interestingly, the Mercedes have not scampered away to the same extent this time. Oscar's gone with them a little bit. They're only 2.5 seconds clear. They were 5.5 seconds clear at this point. 6 seconds clear at this point. Hamilton rockets through. But Max is going to try and hang it around the outside. Is he going to get squeezed? He is. And that might leave him a little vulnerable to Norris. It's not Max, is it? It's Hadjar. Or is Hadjar going to have the battery to come back at Lewis here? Pulled away from Norris, so Norris was out of battery, it would seem. Right, across the line for Alonso. What are we up to battery-wise now? 53. We are barely getting any battery back in the car. Even Harvest isn't really doing anything. We are now half a lap down, just about. Let's see what the actual gap is. We're still ahead of Perez. Yeah, 40 seconds down. Let's see what happens if I run him on neutral for a bit.
Copy.
Theoretically, we should be spending about the same as we're deploying, but yeah, I mean, look, you can see harvested 7.6. What do we deploy? Yeah, we're deploying a little bit more. Now we've got to reset the counters. And let's see if we deploy more than we harvest.
It could be better.
5 seconds off the back of Lawson while we were running in harvest. 139's way off the pace. Right, we've got an issue developing for Albon.
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks like they've developed a fault.
And Ross is into the pits. I think that's less to do with recovering more. It's spending less on the way in if you're behind another car, because you're getting that slipstream. You're getting that tow, which means you're not having to use as much battery to get up to that speed. Right, what does Alonso start the lap with? 42%. I think that's to see what he started last lap with.
Like a couple laps or sooner than that?
Yep.
I'll put Stroll into neutral this lap as well.
Charge off.
Copy.
Colapinto was also in. We missed that one because we were looking at George. Colapinto is just ahead. 2.5 seconds ahead. goes the battery. Max is in. Pretty decent stop. Gasly and Behrman also coming in. Yeah, we are deploying more than we're harvesting.
Okay.
Let's try them in top up.
Copy. To charge on.
Yeah.
We've got a chance. If we can keep Perez behind us, we've actually got a chance of achieving our target. But it's whether or not we can keep him behind us. That's the question. If we get to the point where we are continually losing battery, to the point where we're not getting enough to actually use anything on the lap of any real significance, then we will get caught with Perez. Didn't look the quickest stop there for Antonelli.
No more overtake.
Yeah.
Piastri's away on a set of soft tyres as well. This will be a 2-stop for pretty much everybody, I think. Might see the odd 3-stop.
Would they come?
Do we have any
Here we are
Behrman
then
audio
at
for
turn
this?
15.
No.
There's the opening.
I think we might have clawed back 1% on that lap. Yeah, we'll stay as we are, like this, and see if we do any better. It might just be this circuit. Normally I like to do, when I'm putting a big change into the game, I like to do a lot of testing in my own time, but because we didn't really have the database for a while, and then because I was running the 2013 series, I didn't have to keep messing around with binaries, swapping out different versions of realistic racing, as well as all the database and logic mods and all that stuff at the same time as well, which is why I didn't really get around to doing any major testing after our 8-hour first look stream when it first dropped a month ago. Right, both Ferraris are in at the same time. Hamilton's had to sit there. Oh, and then he gets held for Norris on the release as well. Oh, what a disaster for Hamilton. In comes Hulkenberg and Lindblad. Ah, look at that. That was 7.8, 7.8. That was actually a neutral lap.
So we'll box now, box.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Box, mate.
Okay. Okay, charge on.
Okay.
Keeping the gap to Perez at about 4 seconds, give or take. Behrman at 1:35.8. We are very, very slow in comparison to that. But then he is on fresh tyres and he probably used a bit of battery as well. Max gets ahead of Ocon. And, oh, Bottas is out. He's out at Spoon. So as long as we don't wreck. This is a VSC, isn't it? So, yeah, we can keep going as we are.
VSC. Just +0 on.
Under pressure from the Alpines. And he just loses it. Oh, that's a big hit. That is a big
And not
hit.
much that the team can do about that one.
Good to see that our main rival is also getting expensive repair bills. It's not just us. Right, let's save some fuel.
Lift and coast is good.
Copy.
And there you see, he just dropped it. There was no contact. He just dropped it
Car in the wall.
on the marbles.
And look at the team.
So, Sainz, Albon and Bortoleto are in. This might actually
Okay.
be quite kind to us, because we'll get the chance to have a slightly reduced pit stop time.
See, okay?
And there's been a slow pit stop.
For Albon here. Oh, he's having to stack behind Sainz. And then they can't get that front right on. Wow, this is a really bad stop. It was so bad that the replay gave up. It's like, nope, I don't want to see any more of this. .7 stop and a long wait for Perez to come in. Looks
He's
like he had a
4
quicker
seconds
stop
ahead.
than we did as well, maybe.
Car behind is Perez.
Possibly. You see our mechanics out waiting for Fernando.
37 laps to go. The next car behind is Perez. He's 2.7 behind. We need a back off.
Yeah.
Right, Hadjar in from the lead. Ocon hasn't stopped yet either. Decent stop. Let's see if Ocon comes in. No, Ocon's staying out. Now, where will Hadjar feed out? Behind Leclerc, I think. Yeah, just behind Leclerc. All right, here comes Fernando.
Pit lane entry.
Quick stop, please, boys. Nope. Another 2.9, and we timed that beautifully. Look, there's the end of the safety car.
If you don't need it, no lift and coast.
Oh, we come out just behind Lawson.
DRS enabled.
Copy.
So, he'll settle in. So, yeah, this is not good for Ocon. He's carried on. I wonder if he's going for a one-stop. Mediums to hards. And that's the only reason I can think of as to why he wouldn't have stopped. That's the only one that makes sense, anyway. If he stops now, I would be at all surprised to see him pull into the pits. Yeah. Oh, welcome. What a shame.
Okay, we're out of the RS.
Oh, is he going to get caught by Sainz?
Yeah.
Is Sainz going to get him? He is. He is going to get him. Sainz is through. So, yeah, Ocon has definitely come a cropper there. He's going to be straight on the battery, trying to find his way back through. Perez is pushed onto the back of Stroll. Oh, Gasly!
Watch for a
It's
yellow
the barrier on the exit
Okay.
of the second Degner. In the dirty air, a teammate Colapinto and just locks up and it's clumsy. Just clips the barrier. Minor wing damage there, I'm guessing. See if we can spot that. A little harder to tell with the new wings, but yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of damage there. You can see some scuffing on the paint. Ah, there we go. So you can see it's the top element that's broken off. I was wondering how minor wing damage might be represented. These tyres are still not up to temp. Let's fire them up.
Tire temps.
New fastest lap for Charles Leclerc, a 1:34.1 as he goes chasing after Max Verstappen. Good evening, Adrian. Oh, he's got some battery going. Through he goes. Or does he? Max is going to stick it around the outside. They're side by side into the triangle. Does either of them have any battery left? And Leclerc is able to get that move done. Up to P4 then for Charles Leclerc.
Copy.
Sainz dips down behind Esteban Ocon. There is Stroll hanging on to P20. If Perez gets through and then gets ahead of
Temps are
Alonso
okay
as
now,
well,
temps okay
we'll
now.
actually still be okay because we'll be able to hit our P20, P21 targets. But I am still concerned about our battery levels. They still look like they're draining
Okay, back off.
more than they're refilling, even in top-up.
Copy.
All right, lap 21, about to be lap 22. George Russell leads Antonelli by nearly 4.5 seconds. There's the gap. Piastri 4.5 seconds further back, and Leclerc is making moves. As you can see, he's pulling away from Verstappen, closing in on Piastri. And the Ferrari working well here, it would seem, or at least his Ferrari is working well. Hadjar has Norris right behind him. Here comes Lando, having a little look. Couldn't quite squeeze it through. Hamilton keeping a watching brief, a second further behind. Let's check out Hamilton's viewpoint on that. Then a nice big 13-second gap back to Colapinto in 9th. Behrman in 10th has the final points position. Then it's Gasly and Ocon, both with some minor damage. Sainz in 13th. Bortoletto and Hulkenberg 14th and 15th. Then it's Lindblad, Albon, Lawson, Alonso in 19th, Stroll 20th, and Perez still trying to find his way back past Lance Stroll. Norris has another little look at the hairpin, but can't quite get that one done. Looks like Norris is through. He is clean through before they even hit the braking zone for 130 up. I say braking zone. Evening PR. Hamilton looks like he's driving in clean air. Not sure what he's trying to cool down. Maybe the tyres. But he was off the racing line and out of the slipstream instantly. And he wasn't even close enough to try and make a move. So, yeah, a bit of a strange one. Checking back in with Fernando. We're now 6 seconds behind Lawson. Yeah, it's not good, is it? What's the battery across the line? About 30%. Need to just stick it in harvest.
Let's recharge a bit.
Copy.
Okay. How's the tire?
Tires are good.
Hamilton has got ahead of Hadjar. Has Hamilton got the pace to go after Norris? Colapinto's lost a huge amount of time on that lap. He's now 15.5 seconds behind. Did he lose 3 seconds on that last lap? No. So just over a couple of laps, he's lost about 3 seconds. Stroll just about fending off Perez there. Lap 24 of 53 for us. It's about to be lap 25 for the leaders. They're coming out through final curve now. So it looks like we're going to get lapped again. It's going to be a very painful season. I do wonder how the turning points, the engine turning points, are going to work. Because I think it's supposed to get 4 of them, one every 3 months. I might be wrong on that. It might be less. We'll look into that, actually, I think. Oh, Ocon and Gasly. Or just Gasly. Gasly's gone off at the same point, look. Only this time it's a lot worse.
VSC. You need to be just plus on your delta time.
Okay.
I wonder.
Now we're down at turn 9.
I might box and put the
There
hards on.
wasn't a lot that could be done to avoid crashing into the barrier. I imagine their confidence will have taken a knock.
I know his car definitely took a knock.
It's not going the way the team had hoped today.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. Let's go to strategy. I think we box now and put the hards on. I mean, it is slower on paper, but we'd be saving some time. We could go to the flag like that. Yeah, it's so much slower, isn't it? I think they're better off just staying out and then just being a bit more aggressive with the mediums. So let's do that and that. Let's do that and that. Send our boys around a bit more. See if Gasly swears. No. Being a good boy. Behaving himself on broadcast television.
See, okay?
So let's see if I can find what I was looking for. Posts, and I'll pop a quick ad break while we're under this VSC as well. There we go. Right. So we're about to go back to racing conditions. I didn't see what I was looking for,
Yes, yep.
unfortunately. Keep looking.
DRS enabled. No more lifting coast.
Yeah.
There we go. Here we go. I've introduced free engine turning points for everyone. Every quarter of the season, the least competitive engine will receive performance upgrades inspired by how the 2026 real-life engine system works. These turning points are available to all users. Doesn't matter if you're subscribed to the Patreon or not. Doesn't even matter if you're logged in with Patreon. But it just says every quarter of the season. So maybe after this race? Maybe. We will be loading our save into the online database editor anyway at the end of this race, so we'll see if it gives us a turning point prompt for upgrading our engine. Do I think the VSC Delta runs fairly in this game? I think it's better balanced than it used to be. It used to be that... and this is very much the case in 23. I haven't noticed it as much, if at all, on 24. But in 23, if you went into fuel saving and tyre saving, your pace actually dropped compared to the cars around you. So you wouldn't hold that gap automatically. You would actually end up potentially several seconds behind at the end of the BSC. You know, trying to tyre save and fuel save. I don't think that's the case for 24. I haven't noticed
Tires
it.
are looking good.
But then, to be fair, I haven't really been looking for it because it wasn't as obvious. If it is still a thing, it's certainly nowhere near as prevalent as it was. It's not as impactful. So I'll keep an eye on the next BSC. I'll keep an eye on the gap between Alonso and Lawson. But yeah, I mean, it seems to balance itself up pretty well now. Cars just automatically kind of stick to a Delta regardless of what pace setting they're in.
And how are the tires?
Starting to feel the rears drop.
Gap between Hadjar and Colapinto is now to 20 seconds. Is that a genuine gap? Or is that still a little bit of VSC funkery? No, it is a genuine gap. 21 seconds. What's the pace difference? About a second a lap, yeah. Pretty bad. How close are we to getting lapped? We're actually not doing too bad. Stroll. Oh, no. He held him off. Good going, Lance.
Good job. Ahead
See
is
if he gets
Alonso.
all happy on that replay.
Gap is 4.4.
So he did get overtaken, but then got back up the inside.
Yes!
There we go. Happy Lance. So excited to be P19.
Like a couple laps or sooner than that?
Confirm.
Confirm. Our pace is not great. Look, 9.5 seconds behind Lawson.
Copy.
It has been a pretty boring race for us as a team tonight. Nothing really going on. I mean, Stroll's been keeping Perez behind him for most of the Grand Prix, but I mean, it's not really
Doing
for
good on
anything, is
tips.
it?
Yep.
Not with 2 retirements. You know, we can finish back of the pack and still make our targets comfortably. Lance is happy because he has a manager that can potentially make him a champion in the coming season. So I can make him a champion, just not in Formula One, because I'm firing him at the end of the season. Well, I'm not firing him, but I'm not renewing him at the end of the season. We are replacing him. I just don't know who with.
Okay.
Leclerc looking to get onto the podium. Just half a second behind Piastri. 23 laps to go for the race leaders. 24 laps for us. I am curious as to why Stroll actually has battery and Alonso doesn't. Max is in and out again. Set of mediums to take him to the end of the race.
Copy.
In comes Behrman. That is a fun fact. I kind of wish I'd heard that. All right, Antonelli is in. Looking to get a bit of an undercut on George, perhaps.
Copy.
He'll come out
See if
ahead
he can
of
find any
Verstappen by a pretty
Charge
comfortable
on.
margin. The entire
Okay.
start-finish straight. Yeah. Post it over. I'd love to see that. Evening, Mike. Good Eve ingredients. Good old autocorrect. So Leclerc has got ahead. He hasn't dropped Piastri.
Box now.
Copy.
Yeah, just
Okay.
showing the link's fine. Oh, they're both boxing at the same time. And he jumps the Ferrari in the pit lane. Norris is coming in the background as well. He's away on a set of mediums. Max sets the new fastest lap. And there goes Max, roaring past Leclerc. Couldn't quite get onto Piastri. Perez is boxed. Perez going for an undercut.
Copy. Box.
Into the pits for Stroll. Can we stay ahead of Perez?
Boxing.
Through goes George. So we avoid getting blue flagged for Russell. Only just. Another lap and he would probably had us. Maybe another 2 laps. 2.7 second stop. That's considered pretty good by our standards, unfortunately. Antonelli gets past Hadjar. Hamilton's into the pits. There is Perez. And we have managed to just stay ahead of him. Excellent stuff. Let's get those tyres fired up quick.
You'll have Perez behind you. Perez 1.7 behind.
Alonso will be in at the end of this lap. We are going to have blue flags soon for Antonelli and Hadjar. But Hadjar might box before he gets to us. Antonelli will definitely blue flag us. Ocon, Bortoletto and Albon all into the pits at the same time. Decent stop. Albon in the background. There he is. Ocon's already out. And here comes Alonso. Have I tried a chicken and mushroom pucker pie? No, because I don't like mushroom. Oh, it's a bad stop. God damn it.
Oh, no, please.
GP2, pit crew. GP2.
And who's that having an issue in the pits?
God, he's going to get overtaken by Stroll. That's how much time he lost. And Perez. We meant to go to harvest mode. We're about to get blue flagged. But if we judge this right, we might be able to punch through. No, if you give me the link, then an unlisted video will work. Evening, Vito.
Copy.
Right, let's get after Perez quick. Use that battery we've been holding on to. How's the race going? Yeah, badly. We are very, very slow. Still, it's not likely to change in the immediate future. But hopefully we'll have an engine upgrade option coming soon.
Copy. Understood. Okay. Copy.
So we're still waiting on George to box, and we're waiting on Hadjar to box. Oh, yellow flag. Is that Lindblad off? No. Maybe a little wide. Yeah, a little wide. Damn.
Now this is where the RB driver's involved. Just a bit too wide at that point. Well, hopefully not a sign of things to come.
Let me check my feed.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's not showing at the moment. It might be because you posted a link. It might be held for review. Let me open up my studio. Let's see if it's in there. Community. Let's look for held. No, I'm not seeing it. But if it's on your channel, then I'll look at your channel after the stream. All right, Hulkenberg in from P11. And Russell boxes. There he goes.
Copy.
Antonelli goes through. Hadjar's into the pits as well. And, oh, we've got lots of blue flags coming.
We just need to manage a bit more.
Yeah.
So we just need to go charge on.
Okay.
Yeah, you can try posting in here. It might not let you because you're not a mod. But you can try. Lawson in the box. Come the blue flags. Oh my god, they're swarming us, look. Sorry, Max. Dropped to an absolute crawl, letting them through. Let's see if we can stay with them. No, but don't worry about it. Just give me a nudge when the race ends, and I'll make sure I open up a link to your channel and have a look that way. Just tell me where to look or what the video's called, and I'll find it. Alright, so Perez has been pulled over by Piastri. Leclerc and Verstappen are closing in. There is Alonso in the back of the shot. Damn it. So he's, oh. Oh, that's worked out really nicely.
Okay.
We close up, but we're not close enough. Let's go full attack. That's Norris in the background. He's not far behind. Stroll's going to beat Alonso. Sainz into the pits from P10. He's a mile ahead of us, though.
Okay, copy. Okay.
Yeah! Fernando goes tearing on
Okay,
through. But has he got any battery left for the rest of the lap? Maybe.
Copy.
I think we've got enough to get out of turn one.
Copy.
Looks like the battery's actually recharging properly now. It's very strange. It just wasn't earlier. It seems to be now. Oh god, look at the overspeed here. It closes right back up on us.
Copy.
There goes Norris. Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, there will be an update at some point for the 26 DLC, and it will include the wing movements as well as the Red Bull wing. Oh, can we hold him back? Can we hold him back? Oh, look how quickly he's on us. He's got so much more speed than us.
Understood.
Right, we've got the line. Perez has to back out of it. Will I be watching the FIFA World Cup?
Yep.
Probably not. I might watch a bit here and there, but I'm guessing, given the time difference, that most of the matches are going to be going on either when I'm streaming or at silly o'clock.
Okay, charge on.
Yep. Yeah, copy.
little bit of breathing room to Perez now. Let's see if we can actually pull away from him. We're going to close the gap down to Stroll in a moment because
The tires feel good. We can keep going.
he's going to get blue flagged for Norris. Russell leads. He's on soft, so he caught and passed Antonelli pretty quickly there. Piastri third. Leclerc still hasn't got through again since the round of pit stops. Might have an opportunity here, though. Oh, everyone's commentary changes over time as they get more experience and they get more used to it. And I remember going back and listening after like 2 years, going back and listening to my first map tour that I did on Farming Sim. Farming Sim 17? Felsbrunn Farm, I think, was the first one I did a map tour on. No, was it Felsbrunn? I think it was Felsbrunn. And yeah, very different to the stuff I was putting out. Even 6 months later, the stuff I was putting out was very different because I'd had more confidence by that point. Did I know that Dams made an F1 car in the 90s? No, I don't. Well, I might have known that, but I don't. Yeah, it's not something I could easily go. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. So possibly. A lot of cars, you know, were kind of made. It wasn't Felsbrunn. What was it then? It was a small little Irish farm, I think. I'm sure Felsbrunn was 17 as well, wasn't it? I forget what the map was, but it's the one I used for my Fent Farm series on FS17. I'll know it as soon as I hear it. We'll see it. Right, another load of blue flags coming for Fernando. In harmony. Is the mod working better now? We switched it over back to what we were using before, and it seems to be working better now. But like I say, I'm going to keep this original mod that we were using on for the rest of the week, and then I'll do some testing with the new one over the weekend. Another opportunity for Charles Leclerc. The realistic racing with the battery regs. We put the actual 2026 regulation release on rather than the 2026 test release that was part of 4.1.4. We put that on tonight and it just didn't feel right. The battery was draining more. Even in harvest, the battery was draining more than it was charging. So I took it back off, put the original one back on again. And so I'm going to keep that one on for the next couple of races, and then I'll do the testing over the weekend, see if it's working properly. I don't know if it's because I changed it mid Grand Prix weekend or not. I don't know. Right, Perez has caught right back up. partly because we've been harvesting, but partly because we've been getting blue flagged as well in awkward spots. And he has been able to close up.
Okay, charge on, charge on.
Okay. Yes.
Man, look at that. We drained the entire battery almost. 70% down to single digits. Out of spoon into 130R. That is crazy.
Copy.
Copy. Start some lifting coast.
Okay.
Alright, we've reached the point where we've actually slightly overcooked it on the fuel. But we've got plenty of time to get that last little bit saved again. And I can always do a couple of laps in harvest mode if necessary. Has Leclerc got through yet? No, still has not got through yet. In fact, he's actually dropped back a little bit by the look of it. Maybe he's just out of battery at the moment. Drummard Farm, that was it. Thank you. Yeah, as soon as I saw you write that name, I recognised it instantly. Got a couple of fights brewing here. We've got Lawson and Lindblad looking like they're about to go toe-to-toe with each other. Who else? Hulkenberg is close to the back of Albon, who's also not too far away from Sainz. Colapinto lurking on the back of Behrman. Hadjar and Hamilton. Norris and Verstappen. Leclerc and Piastri. Potentially Alonso, Stroll and Perez all about to kind of catch with each other.
All the pushing you can get.
Do we have anyone likely to come through behind us for a while? No.
Copy.
Nobody clear. Nobody close at all now. So Leclerc has dropped out of the 1 second window. Closing back up a bit though. He's using some battery here. Is he about to have a run into turn one? Lawson's dropped away by a couple of seconds. Did Lawson just get... Lawson just got lapped. That's why. Lawson just got lapped by Antonelli. What was the folder that had other between Epic and Steam? That's where the 2026 modular stuff was. That's where all the modular stuff is. But I mean, if you're using anything that's in the other section, then you need to change the binary. Whereas you don't need to if you're just using the standard version. Because the 4.1.4 modular version, you can either run it with the 2026 stuff or you can run it with the modules. And that's where you can then add in the extra difficulty and change the blue flag distance.
Need to save some fuel because we're not going to finish.
All that good stuff. But yeah, using the modules needs the binary update. to replace the .exe. Welcome back, Nexus.
Copy.
Fuel is a little tight with Alonso. We are slightly down with Stroll.
Try to do some lift and coast.
Yeah. Let's get that last little bit done.
6 to go.
We are keeping Perez again at arm's length. So we are going to beat one of the, well, both of them actually, because the Cadillac is out. But we are going to beat Perez. 18th and 19th. Kind of wish I'd gone with a higher target. But again, benefit hindsight.
How's the tire?
Tires are dragging a bit.
Okay, we need to save some fuel.
Copy.
We will go to high fuel now.
Okay. Copy, copy.
All right, quick spot check. Norris very close to the back of Max. Can he get him? Oh, Max takes off like a whippet, look. Norris gets him back into the braking zone, or gets back up to him in the braking zone. Colapinto right on the back of Ollie Behrman.
To go, 5 laps.
And he goes absolutely storming through.
Copy that.
Lawson's still not able to get past Lindblad. He might have used up the best of his tyres by now as well. Alonso is through.
Copy.
Charge on, charge on.
Mike on cheering on Stroll. Well, somebody has to, I suppose. All right, another opportunity here for Lando Norris to get Max Verstappen. He's closer this time. Has he got the speed though? Out of final curve. Doesn't look like it. No. It's too far back. 3 laps to go for the race leaders. And it'll be 3 for us as well because we're a lap down now. Meanwhile, Russell leads Antonelli by a touch under 11 seconds. Leclerc still has not been able to get that position back from Piastri since the pit stops. But all this traffic as the 2 RBs have to suspend their fight to let the front runners through. And once again, it's Leclerc who's suffering, trying to punch through the traffic. Has Norris now got an opportunity on Max? Again, he's not close enough. Max is quicker on the straight. Are there any other fights? Lawson has closed back up to Lindblad again. Less than 2 laps to go. Lap and a half for the leaders. It's going to be another George win. So he's going to cement his lead at the top of the standings now. I do not want Stroll doing something stupid on the last lap.
Yeah.
Try and get the temps down.
Copy.
Let's turn the boost off as well so we can't use it. Alright, final lap for the leaders. And everyone who's lapped as well. Norris is not close enough to have that move, I don't think. Can Lawson get Lindblad? He is close enough. He pulls out and has to get another bite of slipstream. He's up the inside. And he gets... Oh, that looks like Lindblad went a little bit wide there. But he gets the position. 16 then for Lawson, down to 17th for Lindblad. Where is Norris and Verstappen? They're right behind those two. There could yet be a change of position for those two.
Okay.
Has Leclerc got anything left against Oscar? For the final step on the podium. Too far back. Oh, Hulkenberg gets Albon right at the death as they are a lap down. He got him through 130R. What a great move from Nico Hulkenberg.
Russell wins it! First over the line. And coming in first, it's George Russell.
Well, it was never certain, but if anything, that must make the victory taste even sweeter.
Norris is right there, but he couldn't quite get the move done. He is going to have to settle for P6 behind Verstappen. There are no other fights left. We will finish 32 seconds and change behind the two Racing Bulls. But we are 5.5 seconds clear of Perez.
Okay.
GP2, engine. GP2.
Okay, checkered flag. That's the checkered flag.
There we go. That's it. Just waiting on Ocon now to cross the line. And that's everybody home. So, not the greatest of races for us, but result-wise, that's our best result of the season, believe it or not.
I can't imagine Fernando Alonso will want to dwell on that today.
Well, I think most people expected them to really deliver here, but it's a disappointing finish outside the points.
And up he goes, George Russell joining the podium lineup after a memorable Grand Prix.
What an excellent way to take a second win of the season with a composed performance today.
And a lovely show of sportsmanship to conclude proceedings here in Japan. So Karun, with the garages full of activity, what's the mood like down at Aston Martin now?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
And that's all for today as we wrap up the weekend here in Japan.
Coming up next, the teams will be taking a trip to the Sunshine State. The Hard Rock Stadium is laying down the track for a captivating race at the Miami Grand Prix.
He got cut off a little bit there. Right, confirmation of the final result. George with the win ahead of Antonelli. Got the fastest lap as well. 1.7 seconds quicker than Antonelli's best time there. Oscar in third for the final spot on the podium ahead of Charles Leclerc. Max in fifth, Norris in sixth, Hamilton in seventh, then Hadjar down in eighth place. It's 2 points for Franco Colapinto in ninth. Behrman picks up yet another point. That's 2 points now for Behrman. Then in 11th was teammate Ocon, 10 seconds behind. Sainz in 12th, first of the lapped cars. Nobody lapped more than once today. Then Bortoletto, Hulkenberg, Albon, Lawson, Lindblad. Then Alonso, P18, 19 for Stroll, 20th for Perez. And two retirements. Pierre Gasly crashing into the barriers twice at the exit of turn 9, the second of the two Degners. This second time a lot more forcefully than the first one. And Valtteri having a huge drop through Spoon and absolutely destroying the car. Let's take a look then at the standings. It's 70 points now for George Russell. 2 wins and a sprint win out of 3 races. That's not too bad, is it? 70 points for him. Antonelli, 9 points behind with 61. He won the opening Grand Prix of the season and has been on the podium every race so far. Max in third has 48 points. 2 podiums for him so far. Oscar, with his first podium of the season, picks up 15 points. He's now just 5 behind Max on 43. Then it's Charles Leclerc with 39, 23 points for Hadjar, 22 points for Norris. Hamilton moves above Esteban Ocon with his first actual finish of the season, having retired in both China and in Australia, but did get points for second in the sprint in China. Then Ocon down into 9th place. Bortoletto is 10th. Then it's Lawson with 2 points. Colapinto gets his first points of the season. He's on 2 as well, as his teammate Gasly. And now Ollie Behrman on 2 points as well. Then the non-scorers, we have Carlos Sainz in P15. Then Hulkenberg, Lindblad. Albon moves up a place into 18th above Fernando Alonso with a higher placed finish now. Then it's Bottas, Perez and Stroll in 22nd. In the constructors' standings, it's Mercedes top with 131 points. They are 60 points clear of Red Bull already. Then it's McLaren, 6 points behind with 65. Ferrari with 52. Haas now up to double digits. They have 10 points. No points for Sauber. Audi this week, they're still on 4, as are Alpine. They move above RB into 7th place with 4 points of their own. RB with 2 in 8th. Then it's Williams, Aston and Cadillac still yet to get off the mark. In the pit stops, let's see. We did not make the... Oh, no, we did. There we go. Lance Stroll. 2.7. I thought we had a 2.7 stop. We got one car into the points, and not a bad finish either. 5th place, 10 points, but it's Red Bull who get the fastest stop. Ferrari picking up 2nd and 8th. Cadillac getting 3rd. RB 4th and 9th. Mercedes gets some points in 6th. Williams 7th. And Alpine with the final point in 10th. Let's take a quick look at the stops. 2.799 was the slowest stop of the top 10. And yeah, Alonso absolutely nowhere near A stuck wheel nuts ruining his second stop, and not a great stop on the first one, 2.9 seconds. But both stops in the 2.7 range for Stroll. Second stop slightly quicker. So, competition looks like this. It's McLaren top with 61 points. No points earned for them this weekend. So the gap has come down to 11 points. Cadillac in second, now with 50. RB up into third with 40, 1 point ahead of us. We have 39 points in fourth. Red Bull up 3 places. They're now on 31 points, with Mercedes dropping down to sixth. They're on 24. Ferrari picking up their first points of the year. So they're on 22 points now in seventh, up 4 places today. Then it's Williams with 18, Alpine with 12, Audi with 6, and Haas the only team yet to score a point. Both drivers hit their targets for the Grand Prix, 20th and 21st. And we actually bring home a little bit of cash, which is quite nice. Which we're going to need, I think, for some spare parts. So, let's see what's going on. Yes, that was the GP2 engine line. I found a little audio clip, stuck it on my Stream Deck, and I've been playing it randomly throughout the night. It just made sense to have that one available, given we're at Suzuka tonight. We'll still probably keep it on the Stream Deck and play it every now and again, but we're not going to over-spam it at every Grand Prix. Just wanted to use it a lot here in Suzuka. Jack Crawford's gone up by a rating point. We've got a spare underfloor now, which is quite nice. And we're about to get some money in a week, which will also be very helpful. We've got 1.5 mil. It's not enough to get another intense part going yet, but it is almost the end of the month. As you can see, just a day or so to go until we get a payment through from the board. And hopefully we'll make a bit of cash from that. So let's have a look. Board attendance. I forgot the board were coming tonight. Let's see if they were happy. They were pleased to see the team in action. So it has had a positive impact, it would seem. Let's take a look at the board. Confidence is high. Wow. And they were happy with Suzuka. So yeah, that has definitely helped us in the long run. Let's see if we can keep the pace going, though. Let's take a look at what's wrong with the cars. We've lost a front wing through wear and tear. Let's change that out. So we've got no spare front wings. We're already at medium risk on that rear wing. And a suspension. And a suspension there. And another front wing and rear wing. Yeah, we need to make some spares. We absolutely need to make some spares, because we are about to run out of stuff very quickly. So let's get a couple of front wings made. There we go. And all that lovely cash that we're sitting on is about to disappear again. We need to make another suspension, because we're about to potentially lose 2 of them. And likewise, I need to make a spare chassis as well. There we go. How much money have I got left? Not much. Not enough for a rear wing. Bugger. Alright, I'll just have to wait a day or 2. Okay. Let's go to the inbox. We've just dealt with the post-race data. Target was 19th, we finished 18th. Target was 21st, we finished 19th. So we improved upon our already kind of crappy targets there. Let's see. We've got quite a big chunk of time until Miami. We are going to do very little more this evening, though. We're just going to read these couple of emails, and that's where we're going to end it. So we'll have some housekeeping to do at the start of tomorrow's stream. Let's have a quick read of these emails. Have our young drivers improved? We knew that Jack Crawford had gone up a bit. He's gone up to a 76 overall, gaining a point in braking. No change for Stoffel. Taito has gained quite a few points. That's good to see. And a couple of points earned for Mari Boyer as well. Matilda has also gained a couple of points. And, of course, Danny not gaining anything, but not expecting to. What about our main drivers? Let's have a look at them. No change to either. Okay. Moving on to the start of a month, and yeah, we did not really gain much at all there, did we? A couple of $100,000. Our wage bill a little high with the addition of Ricardo. Plus, we've upgraded facilities, and we already have some high-level facilities, so our upkeep bill is quite high as well. March in Formula One. Let's see what everyone else is up to. James Vowles says that they've got a new design center upgrade done. That's going to make Williams a little bit punchier. McLaren saying they're having a tough season. Oh, it's such a tough season. We're third in the World Championship. Oh, woe is us. I would love to be in third in the World Championship right now. Poor McLaren. Boo-hoo. It's so hard. They're only 6 points away from Red Bull. I mean, they're not going to catch Mercedes, but I mean, it's not like they're done and dusted for second place. Dear. Maybe he's trolling us. Maybe because it's April 1st. He's really trolling. Who knows? But that's where we're going to call it a day, I think. We'll get the pit crew training done at the start of tomorrow's stream. And then we'll get some money in about a week from the board. Not the board, sorry, from the sponsors. I think we're expecting a nice amount as well. So we can put that straight to work with another couple of intense upgrades, I hope. And see if we can continue to improve this car. Oh, one thing we do need to do, I completely forgot for a second. We need to see if we have a turning point for our engine. And we will do a check before we go to Miami as well, because it's a month away. So let's create that save. Let's find the editor. There we go. Let's open up the display so you can see that. Let's load in the 26 save. And go to news. And we want turning points only, because everything else is locked out. And these are just backer only items at the moment. So these are reactions, post-race reactions. Yeah, no turning point available for us on the engine just yet. But maybe before we go to Miami, maybe when we come back from Miami. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, if they're going to do it every quarter of the season. So, yeah, maybe just before or maybe just after Miami, we'll get the chance to upgrade our engine a little bit. So that'll be kind of cool. Let's get rid of that and scooch that back down. Go back to full screen and resume. And there we go. So, that's the end of our stream for tonight. If you have not yet done it yet, that didn't really sound very good, did it? If you haven't hit that thumbs up button yet, then give us a like. Much appreciated if you've enjoyed the stream. If you haven't subscribed yet, then why not consider hitting that subscribe button as well. And don't forget to click on the bell for notifications on live stream starts and anything else that might pop up on the channel as well. I'll be back at the usual time of 8 p.m. tomorrow. Touch wood. Don't think I'll be a little late tomorrow. And until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I will see you all again with some more F1 Manager very soon.